when the atomic bomb was dropped, that really got their attention. And you remember at the end of the 1940s and the beginning of the 1950s is when they began the rash of the first UFO sightings. That's when it all began, because they had to come and see what was going on. Before that, you only heard of a few things, just isolated stories and things before that. It all began with the atomic bomb, because they had to find out what we were up to, and was very important, not just for Earth, but for the galaxies and everything. So when they found out what we were doing, they became very concerned, because they said, these kids can't even handle their own affairs. Look at the war they just came through. Look at the things they're doing to each other, the violence. They can't even handle that. They'll never be able to handle an atomic power. So they were very concerned, what are we going to do to ourselves? So they went back to the council. I said, couldn't you just come in and say, stop it with the atomic power? They said, that's interference, and they are bound by that. So they came up with what I think is a brilliant plan that I don't think anyone else would have ever come up with but the ones who created us. They said, all right, we cannot interfere from the outside. What if we do it a different way from the inside? Because I've had people, while they're under, talking about when they came and what they left, they were so happy with. They were happy on the other planets. They were happy when they were with God. And I said, then why did you come to Earth? They said, I heard the call. And this has happened time after time after time with my clients. They say, I heard the call. I knew I had to come. Earth was in trouble. I volunteered. Now, why would this be repeated through hundreds of people if there wasn't something to it? They look just like you. Okay. They have no conscious memory of where they came from. So they're not here to corrupt anything. They're not here to cause any problems. We don't want to go on a witch hunt looking for these people, because now there are tens of thousands of them all over the world. They said, finally, we have tipped the scale. We think we can save the Earth by the sheer number of these souls that have no karma. They really didn't have to be here at all. They just came. But that's where the three waves come in. And when I first wrote about this in Keepers of the Garden, that was 20 years ago. Now I get letters, because the books are translated all over the world, and they all said, I didn't know that was what it was. I didn't know why I felt the way I do, and now I understand, and I can live with it.